Say, what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down! Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system. During those times, I accumulated some good stories, and I'm going to drop one on y'all today. In the event you happen to like this video, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that notification bell. That way, anytime I drop a story, you will be notified ASAP, and you can hop on it whenever you're ready. Also, man, check out some of my older content. I got some dope stories, some funny stories, riot stories, all type of stuff going on, man. Go to my YouTube playlist, scroll down, and you will see that I have my stories organized into different topics and categories. I even got an OG Chances category if you want to catch up on some of those videos, man. I guarantee, though, you definitely gonna find something that you like. Now, let's hop right up into this video, man. So, yeah, you see the title. Mexican rapper Lefty Gunplay says that he would not let his daughter date blacks. He was being interviewed on some show, and I believe the title of that video is Lefty Gunplay Talks About Racism in LA. And he said that if his daughter brought home a black dude, he would be like, what the F? Where you find this dude at? And he would not let his daughter date the black dude, right? So, you know, of course, at the end of the day, man, I'm not trying to make my decision for you guys. I leave my decision, I leave you guys' decision up to you, for you guys, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, though, that's definitely racist, right? Because if you're refusing to let your daughter date an individual based on his color alone, then that definitely is racism, right? So I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, right? I definitely have a preference. You know, I have a song, and it's called damn, man, I can't even remember the name of the song. Is called Queens or something like that. You know, go to my YouTube playlist, gas stations, you'll find it. And in that song, I say the only thing I like white is sugar and tennis shoes. So I definitely have a preference for sisters. You know, I believe that especially the type of physical characteristics that you will find in black women, from the curves, their nice lips, you know, their hips, you know, that's something that is very attractive to me. And there's always, of course, exceptions to the rule, and so you do see that in some other women, you know, but to me, it's nothing like a black woman. Now, to keep it 100 with y'all, when I was younger, have I dibbled and dabbled with white women? Of course. You know, when I was in Montana, I used to ski down white women all the time. But I attribute that to being young, having less of a type. You know, once I got a little older, I developed a type, you know, and I believe that was just strictly because, you know, when you're in Montana, it's not a whole lot of women of African descent out there, right? So now, if one of my children was to come home with a person outside their race, would I refuse and forbid my children not to date that person strictly because they was another race? Of course not. Would I prefer that my children come home with someone of their same race? Yes, I would. And it's strictly selfish because, you know, I want to keep my bloodline going. I want to keep the family name going. But at the end of the day, I want what's best for my children, and I want what my children feel are best for them. So, you know, whoever they happen to bring home, that person is going to be embraced. That person is going to be treated with respect as long as they respect my children, you know. So I'm not trying to enforce a doctrine on my child that they have to exclusively only date a certain race. So, you know, in my opinion, that's definitely racist, you know. So what trips me out is, you know, because I'm not familiar with Lefty Gunplay a whole lot. You know, I've listened to a few of his songs here or there, you know, and so I'm not really, you know, I'm not familiar with him per se, right? But this is what I trip on. If you don't want your daughter to date a person exclusively because of his race, but you embrace that type of racist culture, you embrace that type of you embrace that particular racist music. And I've even seen Lefty Gunplay do videos and songs with black people, with black dudes, right? So to me, I don't understand it. You know, if you are so racist, you know what I'm saying? Because it's racist. Because in the video himself, he says that LA is racist. So if you're saying LA is racist and then you are subscribing to that certain type of ideology, you yourself is racist. But he was talking about how LA County Jail can make you racist. And it's a trip, right? Because I done a video on that very topic about 2 or 3 days ago, but for whatever reason, there was no sound on the video, so I never uploaded it. I scrapped it and went on to other things, right? But you know, to me, in my opinion, prison and a county jail does not make you racist. It has a potential to make you racist. You know, I've got a lot of comments in my comment section when I have done videos, and I'll hear a person, I'll read a person's comment, and they'll say, you know, Chill, I wasn't racist until I went to prison, because it has a way of separating and segregating individuals into racial groups. And then when things happen and they occur, fights, riots, stuff like that, then the disrespect or the main issue kind of gets blown out of proportion. People are not focusing on, it may have just been disrespect. It may have never had to do anything with race. You know, it may have just been disrespect. But due to the issue and everybody taking sides, it became racial. Just like, I'll give you guys an example. If you have a Crip and a Blood who just happen to get into it, and I've seen this many times in prison, it's not always gang related. It's just two people who disagree, and they happen to be from different sides of the rag, right? And so, you know, in my opinion, racism is taught in the home. It may be strengthened in prison, but racism is taught in the home. It's a learned behavior, right? You know, you'll see me do videos from time to time about white Crips, you know, and for the most part, they are accepted by blacks. And then you'll have some people who will come along and say, well, man, blacks are too accepting. No, I disagree with that, you know. And a lot of times their argument is we're too accepting because other races will not accept us. And that's the basis of their argument, that since other races aren't accepting us, we shouldn't accept them. And you know, one model that I have is I'm never ever gonna let the way another person is moving dictate the way that I'm moving, because then I'm allowing his energy to control my get down. So if you got a dude who's being petty, it's not gonna cause me to start being petty because this dude is being petty. I'm just gonna move away from this dude. I'm gonna know what type of kit he's working out of, and I'm gonna move accordingly. But it's never gonna make me pick up what I feel is a negative trait and incorporate that into what I'm doing, right? And you know, I gotta put this out there, man, because anybody that's done any amount of prison time, right, we know that you have a lot of Mexicans, young and old, who have black music. They love our music, right? Now, when it comes to the oldies in prison, you know, like the Shy Lights, the Tim Prees, and all the Delphonics and all that type of stuff, the Mexicans, the older Mexicans, they have the best black music, you know, and it's a trip, right? One time I heard some Mexican dudes in prison talking about, man, how he didn't understand how the younger Mexicans listen to rap and they like that rap music. But then somebody that he was talking to pointed out, well, hey, man, you know, the stuff that you're listening to, it's by black people too. You know, it may not be rap, but this is my thing. If you do not like black people, I don't understand how you can embrace anything of their culture. You know, you're never gonna see me with anything that is, what I'm trying to say is I consider racist. So so to me, and so when I put an opinion on another person or something like that, it's due to the way I think and I operate, right? So I'm not going to assume a dude, if he's Mexican, does not like blacks if he's hanging out with blacks. If he's going somewhere with blacks, he's talking with blacks. Because me, if any type of individual, if I believe this dude is a white supremacist, he's a Ku Klux Klan member, a skinhead, then I don't have no association with this dude. You know, I'm not talking to him. I'm not hanging out. We not talking. I'm not pretending we friends. I'm not pretending we cool. None of that stuff, because I already know you have a formed opinion about me, right? So when we talk about that situation in reverse, I give others the benefit of a doubt, right? It reminds me one time, man, I was playing chess one time in jail with a dude, and we was just playing for fun. We wasn't gambling. We were just playing the pastime in the county jail, man. And every time we play chess and he would have to use the bathroom, he would ask me, hey man, step away from the board, man, step away from the board. I'm like, what you tripping on? I don't want you to move no pieces. I don't want you to, man, we just having fun. Oh no, step away from the board. And he go into the cell and use the bathroom. Now he done this several times, right? I'm thinking, man, this dude is tripping. So now, one day I had to go to the bathroom. So I go into the bathroom. I don't ask him to step away from the board. And like I said, we just gambling for fun. I happen to come out and this dude is over there moving pieces, trying to give himself an advantage. And so my whole point of explaining that is the reason why he asked me to step away from the board is because he didn't trust himself in that position, in that same situation, right? So my thing is, if I'm not going to do something, I'm not going to expect it from another person, right? If let's just talk about, okay, something that I would never do. I'm never going to rob my mom. I'm never going to harm my mom. So it would be hard for me to see somebody else doing that. I would have to see it. I would have to watch it happen. So if there's something that I'm not going to do, I'm not going to assume the next person is going to do it. So when I don't think certain individuals is racist or whatever, because they're doing things that if I did not like a person from that particular race, that particular gang, that particular whatever, I would not be hanging with them. So that's the kit that I'm working out of right now. Of course, so you will have many people who want to play devil's advocate, and they'll say, of course, okay, yes, if this dude does not like blacks, then why have you embraced the black culture, or at least a portion of it, rapping, and then you're rapping with blacks, you're doing this and that, but you will not let your daughter date black people. Then I seen in another video where he said that he's never been with a black girl, but he's flirted with black girls, so to me it's all extremely confusing when I'm listening to what this dude is talking about. It makes no sense, but I do know he said that, basically at the end of the day, when he's in jail, he's gonna be with his Mexicans, and which I understand that, right? So prison and jail, it can make you racist, but that's only if you allow it, right? That's only if you allow it. And like I said, I believe racism is taught in the home, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I haven't heard black people say, man, I'm not letting my daughter come home with a white dude. I'm not letting my daughter come home with a Mexican dude, because every race has people who are racist. But do I believe that blacks are more accepting as a whole of other races? I 100% truly do. I 100% truly do. And so, like I said, I believe, man, racism is taught in the home. I grew up with white friends, black friends, Mexican friends, all type of friends, and so, my parents have never tried to dictate who I date, who I don't date, so on and so forth. I have many relatives who are intermixed, and so it is what it is, man. But as far as this dude Lefty Gunplay, I don't understand it. I don't understand that, man. If you think so little of a black person that you would not let your daughter date one, then why do you hang with one? Why do you rap and try to make music that, of course, that was created by blacks? So I don't understand that, man. But anyway, at the end of the day, y'all figure that out, man. Y'all make y'all decision. Let me know. Get in the comments, man, and let me know what y'all think, because this is a situation that creates a lot of division and dissension on YouTube. The racial aspect, man. It's the racial aspect. When dudes refuse to have some type of association or going-ons or business dealings with people because they are of a certain race, in my opinion, that's 100% racist. You can't cut it no other way. Anyway, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program. Oh, and my next video will be about, I got a lot of in-depth information on the dude who attacked his girlfriend in the visiting room in Lancaster. So I know what hood he's from, even though I'm not going to put that out there. I know what color he's from, how much time he did, how much time he was doing, his sentence, all that. I know several people who was who did time with this dude. And the name of that video is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be The Blood Who Crashed Out in the Visiting Room Attack, or something along those lines, man. So tap in with your boy. It's 16 to life. Resume normal program.